Oh, they're off. They're well into the race. That's Hoof-Hearted out in front, followed by Hickory, Laffy Taffy, and Glenhaven Echo. Up at the top of the straight, that's Hoof-Hearted. Hickory is next, followed by Laffy Taffy and Glenhaven Echo. Down the stretch they come, it's Hoof-Hearted. Hoof-Hearted in front, gonna win in hand. Hoof-Hearted and Teddy Davies at the wire, followed by Hickory and Scarlett Davies. We're gonna have a tight race for third and fourth, Laffy Taffy and Glenhaven Echo.
Down the stretch they come, it's Hoof-Hearted. Hoof-Hearted in front, gonna win in hand. Hoof-Hearted. Hey John, did you get that start? Followed by Hickory and Scarlett Davies. We're going to have a tight race for third and fourth, Laffy Taffy and Glenhaven Echo. Stand to the front.
They're off.
Joan off to the early lead. Betty's about right behind her, then comes.
That's Fiona out to the early lead, and Betty the Brat was running in second. They're into view. That's Fiona in front. That's Lyric next, followed by Betty the Brat. Fiona with about a length and a half advantage over Lyric. Betty the Brat is next at the top of the stretch. Fiona's got the lead. Lyric is right there. And down the stretch they come. That's Fiona on top. Fiona and Lyric. It's gonna be Fiona, followed by Lyric and Betty the Brat.
And down the stretch they come. That's Fiona on top. Fiona and Lyric. It's gonna be Fiona, followed by Lyric and Betty the Brat.
Oh, it was really nice. So the pony, my competition was Lyric, the black pony. And so I let her, like I was holding her back because I saw that Lyric wasn't up next to me. And then I waited for Lyric to come up to me, and then I was like, okay. But I let her run the whole way.
They're turning in. They're off. Silver Sterling broke first. Mookie Monster back in third. So is Silver Sterling, Strawberry, Mookie Monster, and Hazel. Down the hill they come, Silver Sterling and Mookie Monster, followed by Strawberry and Hazel. They come into view. Silver Sterling still shows the way. Silver Sterling, now Mookie Monster has moved up to take the lead. At the top of the stretch, Strawberry. They come down the stretch, Mookie Monster in hand at the wire. Silver Sterling is next, followed by Strawberry and Hazel.
Monster on top. Silver Sterling is in second, followed by Strawberry. They come down the stretch. Mookie Monster in hand at the wire. Silver Sterling is next, followed by Strawberry and Hazel.
Hurry, Mookie Monster!
Flag is up. They're off. That's Spicy out to the early lead. Missy's a breaker there. Spicy heading down to the wires. Got this down. Spicy and Will Smith look. Will Slater looking good. Spicy wins. Spirit next. Missy and Trooper.
Got this down. Spicy and Will Smith look. Will Slater looking good. Spicy wins. Spirit next. Missy and Trooper.
Get y'all in.
They're turning in.
And they're off.
They're off.
Joshua G out to the front.
That's Joshua G out to the early lead. Leffingwell Lion and Sumo Power followed by Chessboard as they approach the first fence.
Barely right there as well. Joshua G on the
Joshua G at the first fence is in front.
Chessboard. And behind that, Sumo Power. Excuse me, Joshua G on the lead. Right there, Leffingwell Lion right behind that. Sumo
Joshua G, Leffingwell Lion, Sumo Power, and Chessboard. They're all over the first fence. Joshua G has the lead by about a length over Leffingwell Lion. It was about 3 back to Sumo Power and another 2 to Chessboard.
And Joshua G is being overtaken now by Leffingwell Lion.
Leffingwell Lion has now moved to the front. Leffingwell Lion on top. Joshua G is next, followed by Sumo Power and Chessboard.
Joshua G right there too. Sumo Power is giving him 5 lengths ahead. And Chessboard bringing up the field is fairly strong.
Leffingwell Lion out on front, followed by Joshua G.
They really strung out when they left my sight, and they should be coming up towards you soon.
They come into good view. That's Leffingwell Lion in front. Leffingwell Lion jumping well there, followed by Joshua G, Sumo Power, and Chessboard. They come towards the top of the straight. That's Leffingwell Lion on top by a length. Joshua G in second at some 7 back to Sumo Power and another 3 to Chessboard as they head out into the country. Leffingwell Lion with the lead.
You can retire you now, Jay. Just let John do it.
Dick, you're in the way. Leffingwell Lion still shows the way, followed by Joshua G, Sumo Power, and Chessboard. Leffingwell Lions now opened up about 6. They head up the backside. Leffingwell Lion in front. Joshua G next, Sumo Power. And Chessboard. Leffingwell Lion now leads it by about 2 over Joshua G. At the far corner, that's Leffingwell Lion on top. Joshua G has now moved up to take the lead. Joshua G in front by about 2 over Leffingwell Lion. It's about 10 back to Sumo Power and another 1 to Chessboard. Joshua G in front. Leffingwell Lion has lost rider. Chessboard is in second, followed by Sumo Power. They come back into view. Chessboard has now moved up to take the lead. His lead is about 2 over Joshua G and another 2 back to Sumo Power. They come to the next, that's Chessboard in front. Joshua G jumping right alongside him in second, followed by Sumo Power. They head up to the hill to the stone wall. Chessboard and Joshua G will get their heads apart on the front end, followed by Sumo Power.
Can we have a report on the down jockey, please?
As they went out of sight, that was Chessboard, Joshua G, and Sumo Power.
3 lengths separates the field as they head into the fourth board on the front end. Joshua G right there, then Sumo Power.
Chessboard still shows the way. Joshua G right there in second, Sumo Power in third. 3 lengths front to back with 4 fences to go.
Power losing ground as they make the turn towards the rope jump. Joshua G on the front end still with half a length separating him from Chessboard.
Joshua G has now moved back up to take the lead. Chessboard is next, followed by Sumo Power. They've got 3 fences to go.
Joshua G still holding now.
They come down to the hill to the third to last.
As they go out of my sight.
Joshua G on top by about a length over Chessboard. And another 2 to Sumo Power. 2 fences to go. That's Joshua G on the upper side, Chessboard on the lower side, and Sumo Power with 1 fence to go. Anybody's horse race from here. Joshua G has the lead. Sumo Power moving up on the outside, and Chessboard. They come to the last. Joshua G. Sumo Power has now moved up to take the lead. Joshua G and Chessboard is right back there too. Down to the wire they come. Sumo Power, Joshua G and Chessboard.
Sumo Power has now moved up to take the lead. Joshua G and Chessboard is right back there too. Down the wire they come. Sumo Power, Joshua G and Chessboard.
Back up.
One, two, three, done. Thank you.
Hey,
Number 6, Sumo Power.
thank you.
They're turning in. They're off. Look like Dewey Blue off to the early lead, followed by Any Key and Heroic Royal.
Field of 3 as they head down the hill into the first fence. Blue with the lead.
That's Dewey Blue in front.
Dewey Blue opens up a couple of lengths on Any Key a length in front of Heroic Royal.
That's Dewey Blue, Any Key, and Heroic Royal. Dewey Blue by about 5 over Any Key, and another 3 or 4 back to Heroic Royal. As they make that far turn, that's Dewey Blue in front. Any Key is next, followed by Heroic Royal.
Dewey Blue with a commanding lead over Any Key.
Dewey Blue now by about 10 over Any Key and Heroic Royal.
Any Key takes that jump, so does Heroic Royal. Heroic Royal made a mistake at that one, but
they come down the hill. That's Dewey Blue, Heroic Royal. Any Key and Heroic Royal. Next fence, that's Dewey Blue in front. Any Key on the inside and Heroic Royal on the outside. They'll be coming into view any second now. That's Dewey Blue in front. Any Key is next, followed by Heroic Royal. Dewey Blue by about 2 over Any Key, and another couple back to Heroic Royal. They make this turn, that's Dewey Blue in front by about 3 over Any Key. Next is Heroic Royal. Dewey Blue still in front. Dewey Blue, Heroic Royal, and Any Key. As they make that turn, Dewey Blue by a couple over Heroic Royal and about 3 back to Any Key. They move up the backside, Dewey Blue and Heroic Royal, then ends Any Key. It's still Dewey Blue by about a length over Heroic Royal and a couple more back to Any Key. Dewey Blue is now opened up about 3 over Heroic Royal up at the far turn. Any Key in third. They head down along the woods. Dewey Blue is in front, but it's now just heads apart between Heroic Royal and Dewey Blue at this fence. Dewey Blue and Heroic Royal, followed by Any Key. That's now Heroic Royal taking the lead by about a length over Dewey Blue, and it was about 4 back to Any Key. They come back into view. Heroic Royal has now opened up about 6 on Dewey Blue, and it's about 10 more back to Any Key. They cross the driveway, that's Heroic Royal. In front by about a length and a half over Dewey Blue. They jump that fence pretty much together. Heroic Royal comes away the best. Dewey Blue in second, and about 8 or 9 back to Any Key as they approach the stone wall. That's Heroic Royal in front by about 2 over Dewey Blue. They got 5 fences to go. Any Key still there in third. They come to the fifth to last fence. That's Heroic Royal in front.
They make their way to this next fence.
Dewey Blue is next, followed by Any Key. They've got 4 fences to go. Heroic Royal, Dewey Blue, and Any Key. Still Heroic Royal, Dewey Blue, and Any Key. 3 fences to go. They come to the second to last fence. That's Heroic Royal. Down on the lower side, Dewey Blue on the upper side, and Any Key. Heroic Royal and Dewey Blue will come to the last. Heroic Royal with a slight lead over Dewey Blue. Heroic Royal and Dewey Blue at the last. Heroic Royal and Dewey Blue, they jumping together. Heroic Royal and Dewey Blue. Heroic Royal not giving Dewey Blue much room, but it's Heroic Royal over Dewey Blue at the wire. Any Key's a faller at the last.
Okay. Thank you. You had a little bit of a tight run there in the stretch.
Yeah, it was very tight. We actually had an early run over the last 2 fences, and Fritz was putting the pressure on us, and I just kept him into it. The horse wanted to stay in, and he got both the fences in perfect stride, and it helped out for the win.
They're off. Out quickly, Getaway Money, and Spectacular Squall.
Up on the outside there, that is Spectacular Squall right there, settling back, and Spectacular Squall takes it first, and then Getaway Money.
Spectacular Squall is in the lead.
And just barely, then bring up the field. Battle Array and McCrady's late entry, I guess. Spectacular Squall takes it into the next.
Spectacular Squall's in the lead. It's a second.
Warrior strung out. Jared Gallagher on Handsome Hoyt takes that fence nicely. Then comes Joshua G. and Eric Florence and Battle Ray and McCready makes up the
Spectacular Squall and look like Getaway Money in second. They come into view. That is Spectacular Squall. Getaway Money there in second. Handsome Hoyt right there. Just barely. Battle Array. Jeffrey G. Now making this turn, that Spectacular Squall. No, make that getaway money in front. Spectacular Squall next, Handsome Hoyt. Jeffrey G now moving up into third. Can you see him?
Not really.
Spectacular Squall is in front. It's getaway money about 2 lengths behind him, another 2 lengths back to Jeffrey G, followed by Handsome Hoyt. Still, Spectacular Squall in front. No, that's getaway money now has moved back to the front, followed by Spectacular Squall, Jeffrey G, and Handsome Hoyt. The front 4 are actually pretty tightly bunched. Getaway money by about 2. They come down along the woods. That's getaway money by about 2 over Jeffrey G. Spectacular Squall, Handsome Hoyt also right there, followed by Battle Array. They come through the gap. That's getaway money now being passed by Spectacular Squall. They're back into view. Getaway money now moves back in front of Spectacular Squall. His lead's about a length and a half, and it's another length and a half back to Jeffrey G, followed closely by Handsome Hoyt. There on the inside is just barely on the outside, Battle Array and McCrady's. They head up the hill into the stone wall. Getaway money in front. Jeffrey G on the inside, Spectacular Squall on the outside. They've got 5 fences to go. It's getaway money. Spectacular Squall and Jeffrey G. It's still getaway money, Spectacular Squall and Jeffrey G. Handsome Hoyt now moves into second. It's still getaway money, Handsome Hoyt, Spectacular Squall, Jeffrey G. Getaway money still showing the way with 3 fences to go.
Jeffrey G right there as well. And then Spectacular Squall fading to 4th.
Getaway money as they come to the third to last. Field is tightly bunched at the third to last, and they will be coming to view with 2 to go. Now Handsome Hoyt at the second to last is taking the lead. Handsome Hoyt and Jeffrey G, followed by Spectacular Squall. 1 fence to go. Handsome Hoyt shows the way. Jeffrey G is next, followed by Getaway Money and Just Barely. Handsome Hoyt's gonna gallop in this one. That's Handsome Hoyt, Jeffrey G, Getaway Money, and Just Barely. Handsome Hoyt, Getaway Money, Jeffrey G, Just Barely, Battle Array, Spectacular Squall, and McCrady's.
Followed by Getaway Money and Just Barely. Handsome Hoyt's gonna gallop in this one. That's Handsome Hoyt, Jeffrey G,
you look here.
We did the Cheshire point to point, and that was her first timber race. And you know, she does fox hunt, so I only have had her for about a year now. And you know, she's just been a great mare. She's got a lot of heart, a lot of power. She always gives me that next gear, but rates back really, really nice. So it's always a nice, safe ride. She really tries for me. So.
They're off. Out quickly, that was Grand Mainon, followed by Tax Ruling and Super Saturday.
Grand Mainon out for the early lead right there as well as Gutford. Gary in the middle of the track. Grand Mainon opens up.
Grand Mainon on top as they get to the first. Tax Ruling was in second. Guts for Garters. Super Saturday. And the Eagle Flies. Grand Mainon by about 10. Tax Ruling is next. Guts for Garters.
And the Eagle Fly still brings up the back of the field after making a mistake at the log fence. They make the turn down into the hill, and it was...
That's still Grand Mainon, Tax Ruling. These horses are moving on pretty good in this race. Grand Mainon shows the way. They'll be coming to view momentarily. There's Grand Mainon. That's Tax Ruling next. Followed by Guts for Garters and the Eagle Flies and Super Saturday. Grand Mainon by about 15 over Tax Ruling. Next is Guts for Garters and the Eagle Flies and Super Saturday.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
It's still Grand Mainon. Make it 20 lengths over Tax Ruling. Next is Super Saturday and the Eagle Flies, and they make that far turn. That's still Grand Mainon showing the way. Grand Mainon by about 30 now. Tax Ruling is next, Super Saturday and the Eagle Flies and Guts for Garters. But it's Grand Mainon way out in front. Grand Mainon make it about 40 over Tax Ruling. Another 3 back to Super Saturday, a couple more to end the Eagle Flies, and Super Saturday is right there. Grand Mainon down along the woods. Grand Mainon make it 30 over Tax Ruling. A couple more back to Super Saturday. Guts for Garters and the Eagle Flies. Grand Mainon still in front. Make it about 20, 25 now. Tax Ruling was next, followed by Guts for Garters. They're back into view. That's Grand Mainon by about 10 over Tax Ruling. Another 6 or 7 back to Super Saturday. Another 5 to Guts for Garters, and another 8 to and the Eagle Flies. They head up the hill. Grand Mainon jumping well in front, as well as Tax Ruling, Super Saturday, Guts for Garters, and the Eagle Flies up at the stone wall. That's Grand Mainon, Tax Ruling, Super Saturday, Guts for Garters, and the Eagle Flies. They've got 5 fences to go. It's Grand Mainon in front. Tax ruling is next, followed by guts for garters.
A huge gap back down the Eagle Flies. Grand Man absolutely crashes that fence, and then behind him was tax ruling.
That's still Grand Manon and tax ruling.
Garters just made it over, but it's losing ground. And the Eagle Flies takes that fence.
Grand Manon.
As Grand Man goes into the log fence with a 3.
Grand Manon.
Tax ruling.
Tax ruling is next.
On the outside.
They got 3 fences to go.
As they turn down the hill.
Grand Manon tax ruling Super Saturday. They're closing the distance on Grand Manon.
Maybe
3 fences to go. Grand Manon tax ruling
an Eagle Flies is going up.
Super Saturday, and the Eagle Flies is pulled up. 2 fences to go. It's still Grand Manon. Super Saturday now up there in second, followed by tax ruling and guts for garters. 1 fence to go. Grand Manon shows the way. Super Saturday is next. Here they are at the last. Grand Manon, Super Saturday, tax ruling. Those 3 are over the last. It's gonna be Grand Manon. Grand Manon in hand at the wire. Tax ruling up for second, Super Saturday, and guts for garters.
Grand Manon, Super Saturday, tax ruling. Those 3 are over the last. It's gonna be Grand Manon. Grand Manon in hand at the wire. Tax ruling up for second, Super Saturday, and guts for garters. The rest of the day, let's go Flyers.
Ahead of the pack.
Maybe not quite that far, but it was the plan to let him go in the front. That's where he's happiest. But he was very fresh, very happy today, and you know, I let him be who he is and don't fight it, and just let him be comfortable and relax. It's a bit better to let them do that than to fight them. So, and he doesn't like to be told what to do.
So